Do you like to start your morning off with a good cup of coffee? Yes. Everyone nodded their head. Okay. Personally, I believe blonde roast coffee is better than dark roast. The reason being is that blonde roast coffee is sweeter. It has more caffeine, so that's all of the reason to drink blonde roast coffee, because you get coffee in the morning for the taste, or for how much it like pumps you up for your day. Okay. So the way blonde roast coffee is made, it gets toasted instead of roasted for a long amount of time, so it keeps all of the contents of water in the bean as much as possible anyway, which means it's denser, which means it holds more caffeine. For a dark roast, it gets toasted much longer. It's more oily on the outside, so the more oil that a coffee bean has means that it's going to be more bitter. Fun fact. So dark roast coffees, they are really oily. So like espresso roasts, everything like that, those are more oily. They'll give you a very bitter taste in your mouth, kind of earthy. So if you like earthy, bitter taste, then go for that. But if you like sweet, subtle, caramely flavors, nice light flavors, those are great. They're also more acidic, blonde roast coffees are, so they'll leave that taste in your mouth without being so bitter. Lastly, you just threw me off. I am going to talk about, oh my god, why I pick blonde roast coffee instead of dark roast coffee. So I'm the type of person that adds a lot of cream and sugar to my coffees. But I don't find that the case in times where I drink blonde roast coffee, just because you can drink it by itself and it's still going to have the sweetness. And it's just easier to go down. It's easier to pair with different things. So if you're like me, you like more like cinnamon flavors, lighter flavors, like apples. I like to pair it with like a good apple fritter will be good with a blonde roast. But if you're like I personally don't like chocolate, so when you pair a dark roast with any food, it's better to go with chocolate foods and very dark foods. So, which brings out the very richness, and chocolate is supposed to balance out the darkness and like bitterness in the dark roast coffee, whereas like something like an apple fritter would complement the blonde roast. So, in conclusion, blonde roast coffee better than dark roast coffee, simply just because it could just sell you just based on the caffeine level. If you have higher caffeine, it's gonna make you want to drink it more in a day. Also the flavors, the acidity, and just the smell is better, honestly. So yeah, I am gonna take a pan around the room, see who likes or who would drink blonde roast coffee instead of dark roast coffee in the morning. Okay, so would you drink blonde roast coffee or dark roast coffee?
I drink the blonde
coffee.
I go with blonde.
Okay.
I'd go with blonde.
Okay.
While I like dark, the blonde sounds better.
Okay.
Blonde because I like sweeter things.
Okay.
An apple fritter sounds good.
All right.
And my coffee.
All right.